over the exercises. The first one is going to be, if you are standing, you're going to do what's called the military press. You're going to have your palms facing out. You're going to have it at a 90 degree. And then if you're going to add weight, you just add those to your grip. So the palms are facing out, the arms are 90 degrees, and then you're raising above your head and then back down to your ears. If you're in a seated position, it's going to be the same movement. And then you're raising up, palms are facing out, and then coming back down. If for some reason you have limited shoulder ability, you can also do a modified where you're almost just bending your elbows and you're just raising up. And then if you don't want to add weight, you can also just do what's called the W. So arms are all the way up and then coming back down. So you're just squeezing the scapulas. So that is going to be the first one. The second one exercise we have today is a push-up. So the second camera angle is going to show you can do these modified on your knees, or you can do a normal push-up. So push-up position is shoulder. They're right by your chest level. And then you're going to tap with your hands, 6 inches, move forward, tap with your left hand, and then you're going down. And this is all basic. It's for wrists. If you have limited mobility, then you can go on your knees. And for the seated position of this, there's a couple of them you can do. The first one you can do is a wall press. You can go down. So you're seated, you're going to move up from your chair or your wheelchair, and then you're going to go down on the wall and come up. If that is too hard on your wrists or your shoulders, you can also do a chest press. So you're going to put a resistance band, if you have it, behind your back. It's going to go under your armpits, and then you're going to grip the handles, and then you're just moving forward in the chest press position. You can also do these with water bottles. So you're going to grip them. You're going to have your palms facing each other, and then you're just going to press away from your chest and then move back in. So those are a couple of variations for that second exercise. The third one is going to be a static lunge row. So this is, if it's standing, you're going to put your right foot in the front, the left foot in the back. You're going to bend that knee a little bit, make sure your chest is straight, and then you're going to row up. So that is the third exercise. The modification for that is you're seated. If you have a dumbbell, if you have your band, you just move up a little bit on your chair, and then you're going to put that chest front out, and then you're rowing it. So you're bringing that wrist down and then bringing that shoulder in and that elbow in. For the fourth one is the lateral raise. So with that one, if you have a band, if you have dumbbells, you want to extend your arms out and your palms are facing down. Then you're bringing those arms straight up, almost to your ears and back down. You want to keep them as straight as you can. This is working your shoulders. This is if you have bands, you can also do them with cans. So you want those palms facing down, and then it's just a controlled slow movement. If you're seated, it'll be the same movement, palms facing down, and then you're bringing them up. And if that's doing your shoulders too much, you can just do where you just bring up your shoulders and crunch them at your neck. That's a more modified movement. The fifth one is going to be, and let me know if you need me to slow down or explain it a little more. So each one has a variation that you could do seated as well. For this one, you're going to go in a sit-up position. Then you're going to go down. Make sure your head is facing the ceiling. You never want to bend your neck down when you're doing a sit-up. You want to keep that all in parallel level. So when you come up in a sit-up, then we're doing rotating punches at the top. So you're going to rotate, and then you're going back down. Make sure to breathe. Now for the seated one, for this one, for the fifth exercise, if you're on a chair or wheelchair, you're going to do it seated. You just want to move up a little bit off your chair, and then based on your trunk ability, you're going to move that trunk forward as far as you can go, back up, and then you're doing a rotating punch. So you really want to emphasize the movement of your shoulder, and then close your fist, throw 2 punches, and you're coming back up. The sixth exercise is another one for the core. This you can do on the ground or seated. You're gonna be again in a sit-up position. If you have the ability to and you want to push yourself, you can also just raise your legs. So basically your knees are bent, your feet are touching the floor, and you can lift them up. And now with an item, if you have water, you have a dumbbell, you have a weighted ball, or you could just do a body weight, you're gonna rotate, and then you're contracting your core. The seated modified version of this is gonna be almost similar. So you're gonna be in a seated position. You're gonna now have, if you have an object or you can do it with your hands, then you're just gonna make sure you rotate, contract the core. To challenge yourself, you have the ability. You can also raise your legs and hold them. And that'll be the 6th. The 7th one is jabs. So we're incorporating a lot of boxing. It's just control movement. So with jabs, you wanna have your fist at eye level, and then you're gonna rotate that left hand, extend it out, bring it back in, and then right hand, bring it back in. When you're doing these standing, you want to be on your toes. When you rotate with the jab, make sure your hip moves with it and your toes follow. Rotate that foot. The 8th one is going to be mountain climbers. For mountain climbers, you're going to go again in what's called a plank position. So your palms, you're almost in a push-up position. Your whole body comes up. Then you're driving the left knee up to your chest and back down. And then the right knee. The modified version of this, you can kneel, you can go in a kneel position. So your knees now are on the floor instead of your feet. And then you're just driving that left knee up. You're driving the right knee to your chest. The seated version of this, you're gonna be seated. You're gonna take that left arm, extend it all the way up. Then you're bringing it down and make sure you squeeze it at your sides. So exaggerate that movement. Right hand, you go all the way up, then bring it back down and squeeze it. That's working out your core. Another one, if you have limits on raising your shoulders above your head, you can bring your arms down, and now you're trying to reach the floor with your right hand. Try to reach the floor with your left hand. This will engage the core as well. The 9th one is gonna be, if you're standing, you're gonna go into a squat position, and then you're gonna do uppercuts. So uppercuts, your forearm is gonna face away from you. You're gonna have them almost at your chin level. And when you're throwing the uppercut, make sure to rotate, throwing them. You can do these seated as well. You're gonna have your forearms out facing away from you, and make sure to engage your core. And when you're throwing that uppercut, make sure to bring that wrist up, and your shoulder is helping you move it as well. And the last one is gonna be, there's a lot of names for this one. I couldn't find the actual name, but they're called scissors, as I know them. So you're standing up, you're almost like in a running position, and then you're gonna, if you can, jump. If not, you can tap the left foot and tap the right. The plyometric version, or the jumping version of this, is now, instead of tapping, you're just jumping and then bringing that left foot front, that right foot front, and moving your hands like in a running motion. For seated, this is our last exercise. We are gonna move our arms in a running motion. So make sure your hands are coming up and down, your chest is nice and out, your focus. You can add cans, you can add water bottles. What you really wanna do, and what we really wanna focus on today, is movement. Push yourself, push your limits, and then we're all here together. And our biggest thing here at Adaptive Ventures is freedom through mobility. So today we wanna focus on a lot of movement. Like I said, if you have any questions, please ask me or Justin. We have other couple people that could provide modifications as well. So yeah, does anyone have any questions before we start with our warm-up?
Let out.
You're good to go, Mr. Murphy?
No.
Any questions you have, Mr. Murphy?
Yeah. Are you going to call out the amount of reps per exercise? Or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're going to start off with the 5-minute warm-up, and then we're going to do 2 circuits. So 10 exercises each, and I'll count down the timers for you. So
Okay,
20
and
seconds work.
it's just as
Yeah,
many as you can in the time limit?
Yeah, yes, sir. So it'll be 20 seconds of doing the exercise and 20 to 25 seconds rest. So I'll call them out specifically. But yeah, we're ready to start. We're going to start with the 5-minute warm-up. You can do these seated or standing. So if we're ready, we're going to start the 5 minutes. So the first one I want you guys to focus on is rotating your neck. You could choose clockwise or counterclockwise. Make sure to start off slow. You know your range of motion. You know if you have different abilities. So just start with that. Control your breathing. Then we're going to go the opposite way. So if you did clockwise, go counterclockwise. Make sure you're focusing on rotating that neck. Nice and relaxed. Okay, the next one we're going to do, now we're going to do shoulder rolls. So I want you to bring up the shoulders and roll them forward. Start off slow. Get your muscles nice and loose. Make sure to breathe, because we're going to get your heart rate a little bit up when we start working out. So now you're going to start moving those shoulders back. So try to squeeze them up by your neck, then roll them back. You should feel your scapula touch like you're holding a pencil back there. Get it nice and loose. After that, we're going to start with our wrists. So depending on your range of motion, if you're not able to rotate them inward, so you're just doing in circular motions, you can do finger work. So I want you to extend your hands out, open them, and then bring them in. It's just based on your wrist. Some people have wrist injuries or have a problem with range of motion. So do it inward, nice and slow and controlled. Make sure your breathing is okay. We want to control that. Okay, now we're going to go outward. Make sure to breathe. Same thing, if your wrists, you can't fully extend them or rotate them, you can open your hands and close them. It's another way to work on finger work. The next one we're going to do is, if you're standing, I want you to bring your knees together, hold them, and then slowly rotate them. So do that for 15 seconds. If you're seated, you're going to hold one if you're able to, and then do a small rotation of it. Make sure to stabilize that knee. You can move to the left. If you're standing, you're doing it together. Now we're going to go into our hips. So just imagine a hula hoop. If you're standing, I want you to rotate it in a clockwise circle, loosen the hips. Keep going. And then you're going to go opposite. Good job, Mr. Murphy. Good job, Katie. Get those. Some of you guys are probably dancers. You guys will have really good hip movement. If you're seated, the way to modify that, you can just try to do it in your seat, side to side. If you're able to, you can do it in a circular motion. Okay, the next one we're going to do is ankle rolls. So if you're standing, if you're able to, just make sure you're stabilized and balanced. Try to grab to something if you can. And then you're going to go outward with your left one. Nice and loose. If you are doing standing, you always want to stretch and loosen that ankle movement. Now you're going to go inward roll or clockwise roll with your ankle. And then we're going to switch. Sitting, you can do the same movement if you're able to. So we're going to go inward. Make sure to get it loose. And then we're going to go outward. So we'll always start with these. These are called rotational stretches. You start from your head to your bottom. Now we're going to bring that arm. If you're seated or you're standing, you're going to bring your right arm across your body. Your left arm goes under it, and you're stretching. So hold that stretch. It's called a static stretch. You're just holding that muscle and that. Make sure it's static. Don't try to do movement. Be sure to breathe. Then we're going to switch over. Bring that left arm. Bring your right arm under. Hold it. Make sure to breathe. Okay. Next, we're going to go into what's called overhead tricep extension. I want you to bring your right, if you're able to, your right arm over your head and then behind your neck. Now that left hand is going to go by your elbow and just push it slightly down. That's going to stretch your tricep muscle. That's that big muscle on the back of the arm, under your bicep. Hold that for about 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, now we're going to switch arms. Now, a modification for this, if you can, you could bring the chest arm forward, and now you're just bending it. But if you are able to bring it over your head, bring that left arm over, then you're touching your elbow with your right hand and pressing down. And we're almost done. If you're seated or standing, you're going to raise your arms up if you can, all the way up, and then you're going to rotate that trunk. So go left, and then you're going to go right. So arms are all the way up. Your trunk is that midline, your stomach area, just shift it to the right. And you're stretching that core, because we are going to do some core work. And then we are going to do toe touches. So if you're seated down and you are able to move up, and then you're going to try to touch your toes. If you are able to extend your feet sitting down, then you could do one and then reach and hold it. As you could tell, I'm not flexible, but some of you guys are. If you're standing, same thing. Just drop your shoulders down, drop your chest, relax, let those hands hang, and then try to reach as far as you go. And we're always going to finish with sit down. So if you're sitting down or if you're standing, just open your arms for 5 seconds and breathe. Bring it up, your hands up, and bring them down. Breathe out. We just want to get ready. You want to get your breathing down. We'll do one more. And we're ready to start. So the workout, the way it'll look, it's going to be the 10 exercises with 20 seconds work and then 20 seconds rest, 20 to 25. I'll make sure to go through each exercise. The timer, if you're able to see it, is on the right-hand side, but I'm also going to count down. So right now we have 30 seconds. Get some water, get loose. And the first one is the military press or seated military press. Please make sure to stay hydrated. If you need to slow down, slow down. If you need to take a cool down, biggest thing is I want you to focus on movement. That is our goal today. Okay, so we're starting in 10 seconds. Okay, so if you're sitting down, seated, okay, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're doing a military press. Make sure that it doesn't pass your ears. Focus on stabilizing that back. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Make sure to breathe. Good job, guys. We got 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good job. If you want to make it harder, you add weight. Good job, guys. Good job, Jim. Good job, Mr. Murphy. He has dumbbells. If you have dumbbells, there's a way to challenge yourself. Okay, we're going to start in 10 seconds. And it'll be, again, military press. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good movement. If you have a bar, if you have water bottles, if you have cans, make sure to focus on that movement. 10 seconds to go, guys. Push it. We're starting 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. Second one is push-ups, and as Justin calls them, ninja hands. So we are going to go down on the floor if you are, if not seated, and you could do a wall push, or you can do a chest press with bands. If you're going to do the push-up, you're going to go on the floor. Okay, we're set and go. So if you're doing a push-up, right hand reaches out about 6 inches away from you, then left hand, then you go down. 10 seconds. Now, if you're doing it seated, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we got 20 seconds. Please make sure that if you have any questions, please ask me and Justin. 15-second rest.
So what modification are we doing on the push-up?
So for push-up, if you're seated, you can do a chest press.
No, but
so you got with the band.
Regular push-up, or what's the ninja portion of it?
Yeah, so the ninja, so you're doing a regular push-up, then your left hand tap out away from you about 6 inches,
Okay.
bring it back in. Okay, so second set, go ahead. 15 seconds. So tap out, Mr. Murphy. And if you're doing these, you're doing them seated. You're doing a chest press. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. The third one is a static lunge row. So if you're standing, catch your breath, make sure to get some water. That's 20 seconds. You're going to lunge out, bring that left arm, let it hang. The chest is good. Then you're rowing it up. Seated, same thing. Just move up. 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. 15 seconds. Keep working, guys. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. Keep pushing. Get your breathing. Good job, Jim. Good job, Katie. Good job, Mr. Murphy. We have some El Paso people, Montana, Houston, Chicago. Okay, we have 8 seconds. Now you're going to do the same movement. A lunge row if you're standing. If not, you're going to do a seated row or modified. Go ahead. We're at 10 seconds. Nice and controlled. You squeeze it at the top. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, the next one is a lateral raise. This one, palms are out straight, then you're raising them over your ears. If you're seated, same thing. You have limited range of motion. You can do these modified. Your elbows are tucked in. Now you're just bringing your elbows out. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep going, guys. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, Jaquez. Good job, Jim. Okay, we're resting. Same thing. Another lateral raise. This is working that shoulder. Make sure to breathe. Okay, we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Four, 3, 2, rest. Good job, guys. Fifth one, we're going into a sit-up position. If you're seated on a chair or your wheelchair, you're going to do the modified sit-up, so rotating that trunk forward, and then doing a punch. If you're on the floor, we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. And punch. Make sure to have that neck facing forward. Good job, guys. 15 seconds. If you're able to, you can raise your feet to challenge yourself more. Engage that core more. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Good job, guys. Make sure to control your breathing, get some water. You know your heart rate, you know your body. Make sure to breathe. Good job, Jim. Katie, Jaquez. We got a couple people. Catherine. Okay, we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure those punches are controlled. You're squeezing that core. Ten seconds. Explode up. If you're seated, make sure you control that trunk. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. We got one more set. Good job, guys. We got 15 seconds. Good job, Katie. Donna. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. I think I did this one twice. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay. Now we're going to do a core twist with the item or just body weight. So if you're on the floor, you're going to go again into that sit-up position. If you can, raise your legs. Then you're rotating your arms across your midline, across your body. 5 seconds. 3, 2. If you're seated, same thing. Keep your feet planted and then just rotate that trunk, that body, the midline. Make sure to breathe. Focus on contracting your core. We got 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job, guys. We got 20 seconds. Get some water. Breathe. Okay, 15 seconds. If you're seated, your feet want to be on the floor unless you're able to raise them and hold them. And then your 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Again, core twist with the item or just your body weight. 15 seconds. Keep pushing, guys. 10. Good job, guys. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Now we're doing the jabs with the knee drive. 20 seconds. For this one, if you're standing, you're going to go jab, jab, and if you're able to, drive that knee. 1, 2, punch, drive. Seated, you're doing jabs, and if you can, raise the knee. Jab, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Jab, jab. Bring that knee up. 15 seconds. Working on your shoulders, on balance, exploding. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. We're almost done with the first circuit. Good job, Mr. Murphy. Good job, Katie. Good job, Jim, Donna. Jaquez from Montana and his cows. 10 seconds. One more set of jabs with knee drives. 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to focus on having that chin slightly down. Rotate with your hips too. So if you're seated, you can bring that knee up. That's engaging the core. Make sure you throw those punches with the meaning, but you're also moving. And rest. Good job, guys. Okay, now we're going down to the floor if you can. If now we're doing it seated, you're doing mountain climbers. That is in a plank position. And then you're bringing that knee up. You could do it as fast as you can. We're starting in 5 seconds seated. You're bringing one arm and squeezing. And go. 20 seconds. Nice and controlled. Get your breathing right. Focus on that movement. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, rest. Good job, guys. This is our 8th exercise. We got 2 more. 20 seconds of rest. Get your water. Make sure you're breathing. And like I said, if you feel your heart rate is getting too high, slow down the movement. Concentrate. You squeeze that works on that muscle group that you're working on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep going, guys. 3 seconds. And rest. The next one we're doing is going to be a squat with a boxing uppercut if you're standing. So you're going to get a little bit wider than shoulder width. Squat down. Your fists are facing away from you, that forearm. Then you're rotating. 5 seconds. Seated, same thing. 3, 2, and go. Good job, y'all. Focus on that breathing. Keep that core tight. 10 seconds. Make sure to drive that shoulder up. 2, 1. Good job, y'all. 25-second rest. 2 more. Keep pushing. If you're squatting and standing, that is also engaging the core. We have 10 seconds to go. So if you're going to do it standing, make sure you squat down in a normal than wider. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, Donna. Good job, Jim. Focus on that reach. Do it nice and controlled. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. We're on our last one. 20-second rest. If you are doing it standing, there's a bunch of names for this, but I call it scissors. You can also just tap. So you're tapping with your left foot forward, bringing it back. The right foot taps. If you want to add 5 seconds, plyometrics or jumping. Now you're just jumping. And go. Seated, moving those fast arms. And if you're able to, tap. Tap with your right. 10 seconds. Keep pushing, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good job, y'all. Last one, and we're done with the first circuit. Good job, y'all. Make sure to get some water. Push yourself on this last one, and then we have a minute rest before we start the second circuit. Everyone feeling okay? Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Seated or standing, you want to focus on that movement. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Get some water. We have a minute rest. Any questions you have for me or Justin? Good job, Mr. Murphy, Jaquez, Mr. Jim, Katie, Amy, Donna. Oh, we're done. Oh. We got a minute and a half to rest. Mr. Warhane is going to join us, too, for the second circuit.
You can't see me because I, got to turn it off. I'm below the deck.
Oh, man. Justin is doing it back there, too, while moderating. We got a minute, guys. Get some water. Get loose. Mr. Wiegand is going to do about 6 sets of these.
No, babe.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm going to do 10. Come on, Murphy. You got this.
Yeah, so we got one more circuit, and then based on what you guys say, we also have one Saturday, but we'll start adding more circuits if it's too easy. Yeah. We got 38 seconds. Good job, Jim. Katie from Houston, Texas. We have a couple of friends from El Paso. We have someone at the beach, Miss Amy from Chicago. Donna. Good job, Catherine. Okay, we got 20 seconds. And then it's going to be the same exercises again. Now it should be a little bit easier. You guys know a couple of the modifications. 5 seconds, and we're starting with the military press. 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure that you stay controlled. You really don't, you want to explode up and come back down controlled. Good job, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. You can make this harder by adding more weight, or if you do it slow and then squeeze at the bottom and squeeze, that's going to work out those big back muscles. Okay, 10 seconds. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Keep pushing. Make sure to breathe. Good job, Donna. Good job, Amy. Good job, Jim. Make sure to squeeze at the bottom. Good job, Katie. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, now we're going to our second one. Push-ups with ninja hands, as Justin calls them, or fast hands. So you're reaching out with your left, bringing it back in. Or if you're seated, you're gonna do a chest press with your band. You can do these with your water bottles, or you can do the wall push. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Look at Mr. Murphy go. Good job. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job, Jim. We got one more of those. Get your breathing down. Rest. We're starting again in 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. That's you. All right, y'all. The next one is a static lunge. Row. If not, you're doing it seated, nice and controlled. You're starting in 10 seconds. If you're seated, make sure that trunk stabilized. Good chest, row it up. And go. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whoo-wee. Good job, guys. We're passing 20 minutes. Good job. 10-second rest, keep going. If you did it with your left, you're switching to your right arm. Opposite. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure for these two, when you explode up, squeeze it. This has to be really controlled. You don't want to tweak your back or move to one way. Good job. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. The next one we're doing is a lateral raise or seated. Palms are facing out and down. Arms are straight. You want to bring them as high as you can go or a little bit above your ears. Back down. You could do these with bands, dumbbells, cans, water bottles, and go. 20 seconds. 15 seconds to go. Good job, Fonzie. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're almost halfway through the circuit. 20-second rest. Good job, Mr. Murphy. Keep working. Okay, we're going to start in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Try to push yourself. You know your limits. You know your body. Biggest thing is today is we're focusing on movement. Nice and controlled. Good job, Jose and Esperanza. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, 5th exercise. We are going to the floor, doing sit-ups or rotating punches, or you're doing them seated. So if you're on your chair, wheelchair, you're gonna move up a little bit if you can. Feet are stabilizing on the floor. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep pushing. 10 seconds. Hello, Danica. Good morning. 3, 2, 1, and rest. This is the second one, right? Okay. We got one more set, 20 seconds. That was a seated. If you're on the floor, you can do sit-up position or challenge yourself and raise your legs. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. We got 15 seconds. You can do the seated as well. 10 seconds. Good job. There you go. Focus on that punch. 2, 1, rest. Okay. Now we're going to do jabs with knee drives. This could be standing or this could be sitting down as well, y'all. Okay. I'm sorry, core twist. Got ahead of myself. If you're on the floor, stay on the floor. Now you're going to 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. You could keep your feet on the floor or you can raise them. And if you're sitting down, you could raise your feet as well or do side touches. Good job, Jose. You can do it with weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, we got one more set. Make sure your breathing is controlled. There's different ways of variations to make this harder. It's all based on your level and how hard you want to push yourself. 10 seconds. Let's go, guys. We're halfway there. 3, 2, 1, and go. 15 seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay. What? Heard. Okay, we're going to jabs. If you're standing and you're able to, jabs with knee drives. 1, 2, drive that knee up. Seated, you're doing seated jabs. 1, 2, and if you can, tap your knee. Over 25 minutes. Good job, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure to fully move with that punch. If you're standing, you're on your tippy toes, working on that balance. And do it at your pace. Try to get as many as you can in the 20 seconds. 3, 2, rest. Good job, Jaquez. The man from Montana. Okay, we got 20-second rest. Please stay hydrated. Please. Good job, Jim. Jim has been coming to a lot of programs. 3, 2, 1, and go. Fifteen seconds. 10 seconds. You really want to focus on that movement when you're throwing the jabs. 3, 2, and rest. Okay. Mountain climbers, if you're going to do them on the floor, there's a couple variations. Danica, there's the fully plank. You're driving that knee up. You can also go on your knees and then just move that knee towards your chest, or you can do them seated. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Seated, I want you to reach and squeeze down. 15 seconds. Work that trunk. Work that reach. 10 seconds. Good job, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. We got one more set of mountain climbers standing or mountain climbers seated. Starting in 15 seconds. Good job, guys. 10 seconds. Get some water. Stretch it out. We're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. For any of these, you can do it. You can add weight on the seated ones. You can do cans, water bottles. Good job. Keep pushing. There you go, Danica. Good job. Nice and controlled. 3, 2, and rest. Okay. The next one we're going to do, if you're standing, you're going to squat. This is all on you, how deep you want to go on the squat. You could do a minimal. Now you're doing uppercuts. You can also do these kneeled, or you can do them seated. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Nice and control. Contract your core. Good job, Jim. Nice and control like Jim. Focus on that movement. Good job, Mr. Jim. 3, 2, and rest. We got 20 seconds. The squat just makes it harder. It's all body weight. You can add, you can do it with cans, water bottles, even bands, dogs. It's all on your liking. Okay. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. $15 seconds. Make sure to slow it down, control it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, our last one. Good job, guys. 30 minutes. We're doing scissors, or you can just tap back. Bring that left foot, right foot, tap it back, or you add a plyometric, you jump. Those hands are moving. You can do them seated as well. 3, 2, 1, go. This last one, I want you to get after it. Push it. Biggest thing is movement. You could do these seated as well. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Good push. Mr. Murphy. Okay. I want you to shoot for 30 seconds this one. That's cool. It's our last one. If you're doing standing or the variation or seated, push yourself. Let's end this. Good. Come on, y'all. 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure to do everything nice and controlled. Good job, Katie. 20 seconds. Good job, Jaquez. 15 seconds. Good job. Keep going. 3. We got 10 more seconds. Good job, Danica. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. And we are done with HIIT. We're always going to do a cool down. Our heart rates are elevated. Thank you, guys. So let's start with our cool down. If you're standing or sitting down, always start with your arms up, 5 seconds. Take a deep breath. Let's get that heart rate down. And do one more. Make sure to take that deep breath. We'll do a last one. Yeah. Okay. We're going to keep going. You guys are all unmuted. Do you have anything to say as we stretch? The next one, I want you to do a neck roll. Pick the way you want to go, clockwise or counterclockwise. Keep going. Good job, guys. If you have a smartwatch, you can track your calories too on this, burn. Okay, rotate that neck the opposite way now. Nice and slow. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, now that our muscles are kind of loose, rotate those shoulders back together if you're able to. If not, now you're just gonna do minimal rotation. It's all based on your range of motion. Nice and slow. Good job. That breathing down. Okay, now we're gonna go forward. You always want to cool down after high intensity or any workout. Get your heart rate nice and rested. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is bring that left arm extended out, your palms facing out, and bring it in. As far as you can go, nice and slow. We did a lot of upper body, so you want to give that rest to that shoulder, stretch it out. Good job, Katie, from Houston, Texas. Jaquise from the land of cows in Montana. Good job. Keep going, guys. You're going to do one more, and now you're going to do it together. So start with your hands in the middle, touching each other, and open out as far as you can go. You can feel that squeeze on your scapula, that back. Come back in, and then bring it back in. So these are called dynamic stretches. You want to do these at the end because they're movement. Your body now is warmed up. You want to start with static. So a lot of stretches that don't cause a lot of movement. Good job, Mr. El Paso. Good job, Jim. Nice and controlled, slow. Trying to get our heart rate down. Okay, the next one I want you to do, you're going to extend your arms out, palms facing down. So you start from your hips, bring them up, then rotate those arms in, fully in together, bring them back down. This is a T rotation. So they go at the hips, they come up, then you bring them in, back down. We are working on a lot of range of motion for our shoulders. Good job, guys. We'll do two more. So they start at the side of your hips, come up, bring them in, and then down. Good job. Okay. The next one we're going to do is, if you're seated, I want you to bring the quad, that knee up to your chest if you're able to, and squeeze. Hold that. If you're standing, make sure you're balanced or grab something balanced. You're bringing your knee up to your chest. This is for that hamstring stretch. It's called the 90-90. If you're able to balance, challenge yourself. If not, hold on to something. Seated, same thing. Go ahead and switch to the other leg. Bring it as far as you can go. That is stretching your hamstring. It's that big, big muscle in the back of your thigh. Okay, the next one we're going to do is, I want you to go on a squat. If you're able to, squat down. Just open your knees. Stretch out that inner thigh. Stretch out your groin. And it's all based on your range of motion. If you're sitting down, same thing. Just sit down. Just stretch out those knees. Open them up. You're going to stretch that inner part of your thigh. Okay, the next one, if you're seated, I want you to stretch your ankles. So try, if you are able to, raise them. If not, you can bring them up. And then you want that plantar flexion, so up. You want that dorsiflexion. If you can do them with feet on the floor, you can raise them standing. You guys are standing up. Just do calf raises. Nice and controlled. Stretch out those calves. And for these, if you're ever at home, the way you place your feet, it works different parts of that calf muscle. Good job, guys. Got 5 seconds. Okay. We're always going to finish with our arms wide open. Take a deep breath. Raise it all the way up. Take breath down. 2 more. And our last one. Good job, Jim. And we're done, guys. How are you guys feeling?
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And like I said, me or Justin, if you can email me, I can send you the workout and then also any modifications. We'll be doing another one on Saturday. It's a 4-week program. They're going to change every time we do it. And like I said, good job today for everyone. It's based on your ability, based how you push yourself. Biggest thing is movement. We want you guys to keep moving. So any questions, please email me. I can send you the workout or any adaptations or modifications. I have a whole bunch. We'll be doing it again Saturday. But please check out. I know some of you guys are familiar faces. I've seen you guys. Thank you for joining the different programs. This one will be kind of the high intensity. And biggest thing, I want you to focus on physical, emotional, mental. This is the biggest thing. We're a community here. Thank you for joining. And like I said, we're all here for each other. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Anything?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gilbert.